So good morning, everyone. We're going to do a lot of stretching today. This whole video is designed to get you stretching, muscles lengthening, loosening up some of those areas that you feel are a lot tight. What we're going to do is you're going to hold those exercises for approximately 45 seconds or so, and then you're going to get a transition of about 10 seconds before you go into the next one. All right, so what we're going to do, starting out, we're going to bring that front leg out to the front. Okay, making sure that that leg is parallel. The second leg, you're going to bring it back as far as you can. You're going to stretch forward, leading from that chest, taking those hands, bring them down to the floor if you need a little bit more of a stretch through that. Otherwise, sitting up nice and tall, extending through the chest, breathing through, but pressing through with that chest coming down toward that thigh. And then you're just going to hold that stretch. So these stretches are going to be static. As soon as you can get that position, I want you to hold it. Okay, you've got about 20 seconds left here. Just hold it, bringing that chest down lower. Okay, stretching it through, feel that stretch. If you're only coming to here, perfectly fine, but lift up through the chest as you come forward and you breathe, and you breathe. You've got about 3, 2, and 1. Breathe. So we're going to transition all the way over to the other side, bringing that second leg forward, parallel to the front side of your mat, towel, whatever it is that you're working on. All right, and then you're going to pull that leg extended all the way to the back. Okay, if you're extremely flexible and you can come up onto that hip, that's perfectly fine as well. Otherwise, allow that hip to stay onto the floor, lead with the chest, breathe, and again, if you can get those elbows down on the floor, perfectly fine. You want that leg extended. You don't want to pull all the way into that heel. Okay, you want that leg extended, ankle to knee, straight out, and reach through it and breathe, holding through that stretch. Hold it. Hold it, breathe, relax through it, breathe, 10, 9, breathe, 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe. All right, coming up into this next exercise, what I want you to do, start up onto your knees, take that one foot, I want you to extend it out to the front, leading through that chest, and that spine stays nice and long. Pulling that chest up nice and tall, breathe. The hand can go on the thigh, or your hand can stay down toward the floor. But I want you to breathe. I want you to elongate through that spine, that front leg. I want you to make sure that that ankle and knee are straight up and down. And you lean through that hip flexor, breathe through it. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you want to bring those arms up over the top of your head, breathing through, perfectly fine for 10. Breathe, 9, 8. But you want to feel that stretch. This is what we're concerned with, that stretching through those muscles. Breathe, 3, 2, and you're going to pull back. You're going to transition to the other side. Take that leg, come down, take the other side, bring it forward. All right, I'm going to slightly angle here to give you a better view of that front leg. You want that ankle and knee straight up and down. Lean through the hip flexor. It's nice and long. You breathe. Long through that hip flexor. You can bring one arm up. Breathe. Take the second one up. Breathe. But the body, the lower half of that body is what we're giving that static stretch to. So breathe. Long through that hip flexor. Breathe. Chest sits up nice and tall. Breathe. All the way through it. All the way through it. You can feel as you sink into those muscles as they elongate. You've got about 10 seconds left. Just breathe. That weight is in that front heel, not that knee, definitely not that toe. Breathe. 2. Good. We're going to transition to our next exercise. So what we're going to do is you're going to come back to the floor, sitting. Okay? You're going to take one leg, you're going to bring it forward. You're going to take the second leg, you're going to cross over that knee. Now, arms are going to go to the back. So you relax up to the chest. If you want to pull that leg in tighter, get a tighter grip onto those quads, hamstrings, pulling them through, perfectly fine. Otherwise, that leg can be slightly forward so that you're sitting up, that chest up tall, using that posterior chain to squeeze. You relax, you breathe. You want to make it even a little bit more challenging? Pull that heel in. Feel that stretch. Get that leg out there so that the ankle is resting on top of that knee of the foot that's on the floor. Hold that stretch. You've got 4. You've got 3, You've got to breathe. Transitioning to the other side, take that leg down, bring that foot flat to the floor. Take the opposite leg, sitting up nice and tall through that core. Cross over. And then you take the leg that's down, pull it back as far as you are comfortable. So you're sitting up with that knee to the outside, chest is up nice and tall, and you breathe. Feel that stretch. If you've come in too far, let that leg go back out to the outside. If you want to pull it in a little tighter, pull that leg in closer. But you want that opposite knee going to the side as you breathe through it and you hold. Breathe. 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 10. Hold that stretch. Hold that stretch. Breathe. Those cheeks are resting there on the floor. 2. Nice. Transition. Okay, we're going to go here. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to swing it around. One foot is going to go to the floor. That leg is going to extend out to the front. You're going to pull up nice and tall. You're going to lean through it. Grab a hold of the toe, ankle, floor, whatever is comfortable for you, okay? But I want you to make sure that you're leaning from the chest. Again, feeling that stretch up the back of those legs. Breathe. That arm can extend. Both arms can come out front, but I want you to breathe through it. Feel that stretch. Breathe. Hold. Breathe. 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 Give me 10 more. Breathe. 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 Elongate that spine. Breathe. 3, 2. Nice. All right, coming up nice and tall. Let's go to the other side. And take that leg out there. I'm going to angle again on this one. I'm going to pull that heel to the front. Now this hip, again, you want to make sure that this hip is straight up and down, okay? Don't let that leg sit front. From here, you take the front leg. You're going to give me that extension from the front leg, leaning forward. Grab a hold of that toe, pull it back, stretch. 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 Breathe. Both hands, one hand, whatever's comfortable for you. Shift around as you need to. Breathe. Breathe. Hold the stretch. Breathe. Going through it. 4. Steady. Breathe. Stability. Stretching through. For 3, 2, and coming back up. All right, now we're going to go a little wide on this one. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to sit down into that squat. You're going to take those elbows, you're going to open up those knees, and you're just going to hold. You're just going to hold. Breathe. So you want to feel those elbows. Use those arms to spread those legs. Sitting low. Breathe through it. You want to feel those hips drop to the floor. Breathe. 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 Stretch it through. Again, use the elbows. Push those hands together. Let them open. Elbows open. Breathe. Dropping those hips to the floor and hold that stretch for 10, 9. Breathe. 3. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Coming into our next exercise, you're actually going to be standing on this one. What I want you to do is cross those legs. Spine stands up nice and tall. Take that arm, bring it up over the top of the head, and then lean into that side. Just making sure the shoulder here is pulled back. Don't let it go forward. Stretch, stretch. If you don't have the stability on your feet here, more than welcome to keep those feet nice and long and just reach. I want you to just come up out of that torso and reach. Breathe. Hold that stretch. Breathe. Breathe. If you've got that cross, use it. Use it. Give me that stability. Breathe. 3, 2, nice. Go to the other side. Okay? And again, if you've got that stability, you're having issue with the stability, keep those feet flat on the floor. Otherwise, you're going to cross again. Chest sits up nice and tall. You're going to reach that arm up there, nice and nice. Lengthen it, and then reach. keeping that shoulder back. Let it drop down, the hand drop down to the side, and hold the stretch. Feel the stretch. Static stretches are really, really important to keep those muscles elongated. Breathe. Breathe. And again, you can uncross those legs, reach for it, get your balance, breathe. Shoulder back, core strong, breathe. 4, 3, 2, nice. Very good, very good. Now, we're gonna stay standing on this one. What I want you to do, keep those legs about hip width apart. Just take one hand, bring it out to your side. Squeeze those shoulder blades down, take your hand, place it on the top, right there by that ear, and I want you to elongate through the neck. Elongate through the neck, shoulders. Now, this is one of those exercises that reminds me to tell you, it's really important that whenever you're going through these exercises, something hurts or you have injuries that you need to protect yourself, do that, okay? So I want you to pull those shoulder blades down, pulling that chest up tall, taking that head over to the side. Please don't yank on your neck. But I want you to breathe through that. Just hold the stretch so that you feel from the ear, down the neck, through the shoulder, all the way down through that spine. Stretch it over. Breathe. 5, 6, breathe. 2, nice. Now you're going to transition to the other side. Again, get comfortable. Start from the floor with that energy. Rise from the floor. Chest sits up nice and tall. Take that hand, lift it up over the top of the head. Drop it over to that ear, and then just let that head ear lean over to that shoulder. And again, you're protecting whatever it is that you're injured. Okay? I want you to hold the stretch. Hold the stretch. So I don't know if you've noticed that on this side, I've got a lot more difficulty taking that neck over to the ear because I've got plates in my neck. But, so what you do is you take the body and you work it so that it's best for you. Okay, there will be some exercises that you're not going to be able to do or that you're going to be able to do with limitations. Perfectly fine. Stretch it over there, hold it, get that semblance of what it is you're trying to do. Elongating the body standing up nice and tall. You breathe, breathe, and let it go. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to have you come down onto the floor, all right? And when you do, I want you to just sit back into those glutes. I want you to take those arms as that body comes down, and I want you to bring it up, and I want you to hold it. I want you to bring it back down. I want you to lift it back up and hold it and bring it back down. Again, lift up and hold. Bring it back down. Lift up and hold and bring it back down. But now we're going to pull those arms to the back and we're going to just hold them back there. Glutes are up off that heel slightly. That chest is nice and long. That body is long. You're going to breathe. Give me 4. Hold it. 3. Hold it. 2. Nice. Nice. Coming up nice and tall. Coming up onto the knees. What I want you to do is from here, everything is going to stay nice and tall. What I want you to do is everything sinks tall again. Squeeze through the cheeks, and I want you to hold them. Spine is nice and long. I want you to hold them. From here, everything pulls in nice and tight. Hips, nice and tight. Cheeks, nice and tight. You hold. Spine sits up nice and tall. Relax those shoulders down in the back, and you hold. Hold, hold, hold that static stretch. Hold. Pull it all in. Squeeze those cheeks together. All the way in. Abs are tight. You got about 15 seconds more. Squeeze everything. Long turkey neck. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. Hold that stretch. Squeeze those cheeks for 4. Give me 3. You've got 2. Yes. Breathe. Perfect. Guess what? You're going to do it again. All right. We're going to start off the first exercise that we did the first lap, and we're going to do the second lap. Take that leg. Bring it down. Leg goes out the front. Second leg goes to the back. You're going to give me that stretch back and hold. Now, I want you to keep in mind that the reason I'm giving you 2 laps of pretty much the same exercise is I want you to feel that through the second lap, you can actually stretch down a little bit further than you did the first time. Okay, I want you to go a little bit further than you did the stretch first time. and stretch through it, holding those stretches a little bit longer. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. So the body's familiar with what you did the first time. So let's make a difference on the second lap and stretch a little bit lower, bringing that chest down, bring those elbows down so that you're comfortable. Breathe. Let's transition to the other side. Okay, we're going to bring that body up nice and long. Take that foot, bring it to the back side. Front leg comes parallel to the front end of your mat, your towel, whatever it is that you're using. Elongate through the body. Take that elbow, bring it down through the front, and breathe. The second leg on the back goes far back as you want. If you can come up into that full pigeon and take that hip up off the floor and bring it the body forward, perfectly fine. Otherwise, let that hip rest on the floor. Foot is forward. Take that arm down and you breathe. Hold that stretch. Hold that stretch. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. Give me about 10 seconds. Breathe. Chest long. Breathe. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bring those legs around. You're going to come up onto those knees. Chest sits up nice and tall. Take one leg, extend it out to the front. Spine stays nice and tall. Now lean into that front leg. Okay, but again, ankle and knee are straight up and down. You hold. Stretch it through. Just hold. Hold. Breathe through it. Long body. Lengthen it. Lengthen it. Breathe. You've done it before. Stretch further into it. Breathe. Spine is long. Breathe. If you need a little bit more stability and those fingertips need to touch the floor, perfectly fine. Keep it all long. Keep it all long. You got 3, 2, yes, pull back off that front heel. Toe comes up, swing that leg around, going over to the second side. You're going to lean into it so that the hip flexion on the opposite side is now long, pulling through that spine, relaxing down through those shoulders, and you breathe. Hands can go here, hands can come here, but I want that extension. I want that extension here. Keeping that knee and ankle straight up and down on that front leg. Breathe. Hold that stretch. Breathe. 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 Nice. Keep going. Stay there. Stay there. Feel that stretch. Feel that stretch. You've got about 10. Breathe. Make it longer. Make it longer. Drop down into it. Breathe. Breathe. Nice. Pulling back. Okay, we're going to bring those legs together. Drop that hip down to the floor. As you transition through this next exercise, you get that one foot on the floor, hands behind you, lift up with the chest, take that second leg and bring it to the outside. So you pull that heel onto, your ankle on top of that knee. The spine stays long. You breathe. Okay, so you're sitting up nice and tall. That knee is to the outside. That chest is tall. You hold that stretch. Breathe through it. Breathe. Feel the body relax through the stretch. Breathe. Give me about 10. Chest is tall. Breathe. Breathe. Let's transition to the other side. Take that foot, bring it flat to the floor. Chest sits up tall. Second leg comes over the top. You pull that knee in as tight as you can, as much of a stretch as you need. You breathe through it. Breathe. 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 Coming back to the front. Take that leg flat. Second leg comes over. Knee is over. Ankle on top of that knee. Chest sits up nice and tall. Keep that knee to the outside. And breathe. Breathe. So you're going to feel the leg that's over the top pressing against the knee of the foot that's flat to the floor. You can scoot it further to the front. You can scoot it back as much as you need. You want to feel that stretch to those hamstrings. The leg that's actually going to feel it the most is the knee that's up top, because you're pulling in. Breathe through it. Give me 4, Breathe through it. Nice. Let it go. Let's go back up here. Okay, we're gonna come back up onto those knees. Sorry, my pants are falling down for whatever reason. But you're gonna take that leg, you're gonna extend it out to the front, leading through that chest. Breathe. Hands can go to the floor if you need more stability. Breathe. One hand can come front if you need it. But I want you to hold that stretch. Stay with it. Stay with it. Breathe. 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 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's transition to the other side. Bring that leg behind you. Second leg is gonna go forward. That heel is gonna go down to the floor. You're gonna lean through that chest. You're gonna lift up nice and tall. If you need to come out of it and come back, again, pull up through that spot. Chest is gonna go forward. Pull that toe back. You can reach for it. Same arm, same side, or opposites. But I want you to lift from that chest, not hunching from the shoulders. Please don't hunch to the shoulders. Hold it back. Chest up nice and tall. Breathe, stretch down. Stretch down. Feel the stretch. 8. Come on. Breathe. 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 You've got 4. You've got 3. Give me a little bit more of a stretch. You've got 2. Nice. We're going to transition into this next exercise. Take those legs. You're going to bring them behind you. Foot goes flat. Second foot is going to come up. You're going to hold that body down low and sit and hold it. Feel that stretch. Get that butt as low to that floor as you can. Knees out as wide as you possibly can. Chest sits up tall and you breathe. Breathe. Come on. Breathe. Give me about 30 seconds more. Breathe. Hold that stretch. Pushing out against those knees. Use those hands if you need to. Press them together. Let those elbows open up wide. Drop that butt as low as you can. Breathe. 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 Hold. Feel the stretch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift up from those glutes. Curl that spine all the way up to the top. Standing up nice and tall. What we're going to do we're going to change this one up just a little bit from that first round. Okay, you were standing wide. This time I want you to take those toes to the outside. I want you to feel everything go nice and long. Lift up and hold. So this one we're going to have both hands come to the top instead of just the one. All right, and so we're going to take it over. Toes out, toes out. Keep those toes out. Reach over to one side. Reach over as far as you can. I want you to feel that stretch from that fingertip all the way up to that torso, all the way down into that hip. Stretch it over there and hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Shoulders back. Breathe. Going up to the top. Go to the other side. Position it again. Spine nice and tall, toes to the outside. Pull those heels together. Lift up, fingertips together. Now go to the other side. Again, feeling it from the tips of those fingers all the way down that arm, down to the side of that neck, into that torso. And I want you to reach that second arm back over there. Reach, shoulders back, open up that torso. Feel that stretch. It's all about that stretch. Feel the stretch. Breathe. Breathe. Get it on over there. Drop it over a little bit further. Hold that stretch. Hold it. 3. Come on. 2. Nice and strong. Nice. Come back on up to the top. Breathe through it. Coming up to the top. All right. We're going to go back down to the floor. From here, I want you to think about as we do go down, okay, what I want you to do is take the body, bring it forward, leading from that head. I want you to bend your knees. From here, Instead of that neck being stretched side to side, you're just going to extend front. You're going to feel those glutes, abs are tight, and just hold, 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 hold. Try and get those arms up there by those ears. Hold, hold, breathe, force it a little bit lower, sit into it, breathe, 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 sit low, stretch through those glutes, curl that spine all the way back up to the top. We're going to do that one again. What I want you to do for this next one is, again, toes are going to go to the outside, spine is going to stand up nice and tall. You're going to lift up from that pelvis, you're going to lean forward, hinging through that hip. Now you're going to feel a difference with those toes to the outside than when those toes are to the inside. And I want you to reach forward and hold, bringing that chest down, bringing that head and shoulders down. But those arms, I want you to think about the arms staying at your ears. Don't let those arms drop to the side. Stay them out to the side and hold. Toes to the outside, breathe, hold it, hold it. Arms up, breathe, stretch through it. So you're going to feel the stretch up through those glutes, all the way from into those upper butt, lower butt, thighs. Hold, 4, come on. Again, those toes are slightly to the outside. Hold, yes, 2, 3, curl that spine back up. Breathe, spine's nice and long. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the floor. Breathe through it. All right, that buttocks come down on the heel. Those arms are going to extend out to the front as we walk those arms forward. We're going to lift, lower, lift. Think about those fingertips reaching for the front. They're reaching for the front. They're reaching for the front. Reaching, now hold, stretch down. Palms flat to the floor. But what I want you to do is to pick your palms up front. Bring them back to the floor. Palms are coming forward. The wrists stay on the floor. You bring it down. The buttocks on the heel. So you're pressing to the palm, pull those hands back. Press the palm, pull the hands back. Press the palm, pull the hand back. Press the palm, pull the hand back. Down, pull it back, down, hold. Now, from here, let your elbows drop to the floor. Let those knees slide back and drop the pelvis down, lift up and hold. Hold. So that pelvis is as tight as to the floor as you can get it. Lift up to that chest, hold long through those trapezius muscles. Think about that space between the ears and the shoulders. I want you to make it as long as you can. Hold it for 15 seconds or so. Come on, hold, stretch. Feel those abs open up. Breathe. All the way from those ears, all the way down through that chest. Breathe. 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 Give me 8. You've got 7. You've got 6. You've got 5. You've got 4. You've got 3. 2. Relax. One more thing. Now, make sure your knees are on your mat, not on a hard surface. From here, I want you to pull back. Those glutes are going to pull back. Those elbows are going to walk back to those knees, or the knees to the elbows, depending upon your space. Drop that butt down to the heel. From here, I want you to take those arms out to your side and just relax. Breathe. Fingertips come back to the toe, heel, calf, whatever works for you. Stretch back, let head and shoulders go low. You breathe. 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 Take one hand, bring it out in front. Let that fingertip come back down to the floor as you stretch that shoulder front. Take the second arm, bring it back to the front. Both hands are now, palms are now down to the floor. You're going to let those palms and fingertips walk back to those knees as you curl that spine all the way back up into that seated position. The chest comes up nice and tall. You rise up onto those knees, spine stays nice and tall. Take those toes, you're going to curl up from underneath. Buttocks goes back to the heel. Fingertips come back to the floor, and you walk those fingertips back to the toes, sitting up nice and tall. You breathe for 4. 3. Breathe. those heels down to the floor. You're gonna stand up nice and tall. Big breath in, reach. Breathe. Arms go forward, breathe. 4, 3, 2, open up nice and wide, breathe. Blow it all out. Let those arms relax, chest relax, that body's now relaxed and stretched out. You guys have a great day. I will see you soon.